everybody, Uncle Gary here. Welcome back to my channel. In this episode, we're going to be talking about how to be successful and how the mindset of successful people actually looks versus the way we think it looks. And the reason I'm doing this particular episode is because a colleague of mine, a friend, said to me, you know, he's trying to break out of the corporate world and he's going to make a go of it on his own as an entrepreneur. And he was saying that he's struggling a little bit because he doesn't have everything that the successful people have, and, you know, he hasn't got everything sorted out, and that he thought that successful people think that they've got so many more things going for them. Or more to the point, we think successful people have all of their issues figured out and that they know exactly what they're doing and so on. When the actual reality is the successful people we have in our opinion didn't succeed because they knew things were going to succeed. They succeeded because they were able to be with the uncertainty of not knowing if things were going to succeed. That's really the key. And so inevitably we got to, talking about who were the successful people he was thinking about. I was like, who do you think was successful that just knew they had their stuff sorted out, and they were like, he felt he couldn't be successful because he didn't have his stuff sorted out yet, and so on. So we inevitably got to a conversation where the usual, Elon Musk or the very successful people, we got to speak about them. And it was fascinating to watch him kind of make the mental journey as we started talking through this, that I don't think Elon Musk at all knew everything was going to work out. He wasn't that sure about it, but he was willing to be with the uncertainty of not knowing if things were going to work out and pushing through his whatever actions they were to take anyway. When the SpaceX rockets were blowing up one after the other and not working out successfully, he didn't stop. He didn't say, oh, I can't do this because I'm not someone that has all my stuff sorted out. He pushed through the uncertainty of not knowing through some pretty severe adversity. When he was forming Tesla, everyone was not on board. Like, the big car companies were laughing at him. Everyone else said he's never going to make it go. It technically won't even work. And the big car companies were saying, like, we're never going to let him into the market. He had to build his own supply chain to overcome those limitations. But the point I'm making is that he did it anyway. He ignored their doubts and he kept pushing forward. He was, the only thing he actually had going for him was relentlessness. It wasn't that he knew it was going to work. It wasn't that he knew everything was going to go well. And some things haven't gone well for him. But the one thing that he is masterful at is being relentless. He was able to be relentless, and he used that relentlessness to fuel what he kept doing. He kept working at it. He kept using his belief it will work, not the fact that there was some underpinning knowledge that, oh, I'm Elon Musk, I'm going to get this to work. He wasn't always successful and famous, is my point. So whatever you're doing in your career, if you think, well, I can't go to that next level, I can't take on that managerial role, that VP role, that director role, that partner role, whatever part of your career you're looking to take on, many of us think, well, I can't do that because I don't have my stuff sorted out. I'm not as good as those other people who've got their story straight and their stuff together. It's not that. I promise it's not. The value that you're going to get from this video will be in knowing that, being with the uncertainty of not knowing if it's going to work and continuing to push through by being relentless, that will be what assures your success, far more than waiting until you think you're successful enough to take on the next elevation in your career. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. Bring relentlessness. It's tough, it requires grit, it's not simple, it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy, but it is simple, and it's inevitable that if you bring relentlessness and you keep pushing for what you believe in and you're committed to, you'll stand a much greater chance of success than if you wait until you've got everything sorted out. That's all for now. Go ahead and tune in, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, so that you can keep up to date with all of the latest videos that I release, because there's going to be some really, really fun ones coming up as we head into the summer. And I'll see you on the next one.